Welcome back to the Content Complete podcast, featuring myself, Spencer, and my co-host Matt with the Neanderthal Gaming TV, and grown out of a single wave of sound around 235 hertz, fist cake coming into your ears, slow and sweet.
I just noticed I forgot to adjust my whiteness here. Hold on, let me try to darken down a little bit here. Jeez.
We also don't have the green screen going, so it's just the green screen behind you, which honestly, like a lot of people do that, and it's fine. You know, it's a look.
Okay.
It's like a look at me.
Well, the Skype NDA or NDI thing is like really finicky, so I didn't want to risk it before the show.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay,
But
it's
we're
a
gonna
little
start
bit
with
dark.
what we played this week. Yeah, you look a little bit better now. Piscake, why don't you start us off?
Well, okay, if I have to. Oh God. So this week, per usual, I played Smash Ultimate. Tuesday, Wednesday. No, not what Tuesday. Wednesday and Friday, because Thursday I took the day off for Valentine's Day. Ugh, gross.
Hallmark holiday.
Ugh, I had to spend time with my girlfriend. Ugh, oh God.
$20 billion was spent on Valentine's this year. What is wrong with people?
Oh God, I'm part of the problem, not the solution. Ugh. But we did watch Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which was surprisingly still in a theater somewhere. So I was like, oh, yeah, okay, cool.
Sick.
And that's a good movie. Go watch it. I mean, I know a lot of people haven't seen it because there's only 2 other people in that theater when we watched it. So it's a sleeper hit. So guys, go out there and watch that Spider-Man
Support
movie.
indie films. Marvel, they're up and coming. All right.
Sony, they're a very not well-known company, very small.
From
Go
Japan.
check them out. From Japan.
You might not have heard of them.
Man, it's they're very underground. But played Smash Ultimate, doing better, doing okay in that. Nothing too exciting there. One of the guys that usually comes in, Zykedol is his name, and he usually wipes the floor pretty well with a couple characters he plays, such as K. Rool and Ness, I think. And I opened up to like a public arena, and then people started kicking. Like there was like a Peach player, I think, that was kicking everybody's butt. So he's like, I'm not enjoying this now that since I'm not playing against people that are my skill level, which I think equates to people that he could beat constantly. I'm like, well, this is how you just get better. I mean, it works for me. I just kind of get my ass kicked enough. I'm like, okay, well, I got 1 stock off you this time. Next time, I'm going to get a stock and a half somehow. That's not how it works in Smash, but I don't know. I'm going to do it. But no, it's just funny to see people like, well, now I'm having a bad time. Like, oh, well, I mean.
There's always a bigger fish.
I was going to say that. Fuck.
Yeah, there's always just out there somewhere. Somebody's just playing 100 hours a day, just playing Kirby nonstop. Why? Nobody knows, but he's out there.
Yeah, and he's going to destroy you.
Yeah, and suddenly he shows up in your arena. He's like, hey, what's up?
Kirby Master 3000.
I own this arena now. This is my arena. Okay, you can have it. Free views for me. I don't give a shit. And then I played a little bit more of Apex Legends. We played this Tuesday with Kelly from Super Hopped Up and Ben from Hopped Up Gaming East. We tried on the PlayStation 4 because apparently it's easier with controllers and whatnot. So mouse and keyboard, because mouse and keyboard people are really good. Hashtag
lowered your... Yeah.
Hashtag PC Master Race or whatever people say. So yeah, we played that. We still lost a lot, but we had fun just talking and whatnot, hanging out. But I found out that even if you die on your team, and then your team continues to fight, you still get experience points and whatnot for like how long your team survives.
Oh.
So in my free time, what I do is I just play it. I play until I die. Because I'm terrible at video games, and then I just kind of hang out on my phone and play video games on my phone while I wait for my team to die or whatever. One of my teams got to like number 1, so I'm like, oh yeah, I participated, even though I died like in the first 5 minutes of the match.
Well, you won.
Well, yeah. See, technically I won, so I got a lot of experience. I'm like, well, this ain't
sick.
a bad game. Yeah, this game ain't bad at all.
Power leveling.
I don't know why you shot on this to begin with. But
Yeah, you were very aggro with it out of the gate.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
Yeah.
Well,
I was
it's just
surprised at how
because-
upset you were.
it was just the whole Titanfall thing, blah blah blah. But
expectations, whatever.
Yeah. And again, I will say, out of all the battle royales, it takes like kind of like the best bits and pieces of each one, and puts it into a very well done battle royale. But battle royale still isn't for me because I'm terrible at shooting games to begin with, let alone shooting games that require me to like be on the lookout 360 all the time and try to snipe people. But that's whatever. I also play the Devil May Cry 5 demo. It's looking pretty good. I think it's gonna be a really good game. You play as Nero from Devil May Cry 4, and basically, and Devil May Cry 4, he had like this demon arm thing that can grab people and like throw them around and shit. Mm-hmm. Well, it got cut off. I guess it gets cut off in the prologue to the game,
and then gets given to the guy in the fist game. Fist God hand?
No.
Roundabout joke to make it about God hand.
Well, because he has a demon arm or whatever.
Right, yeah,
evil arm or...
Yeah.
Well, no, you see, the difference is those are just human arms with tribal tattoos. This is like an actual glowing blue and red hand.
Kind of like Nightmare's sword from...
Soul
Calibur. Where it's all fucked up and shit.
Because it's all evil.
Yes, okay. It is like it. Whatever helps you cope with it. I don't care how you compare it to what. It's fine. So Nero loses his nightmare god hand arm, the devil hand.
Right, now I understand.
Yeah.
See, I needed a picture. I was like, he has a hand that's evil. That doesn't make sense.
That's
what?
Is it owned by the devil himself? I don't get it.
And it got cut off. What?
This game sucks. So, anyways, but he now has like an access to like 4 or 5 different like not robot arms, but like mechanical arms. They each have like different abilities and whatnot. One's like literally just like a shock hand. One's like a flying rocket fist that like will repeatedly it flies off.
Literally stole that shit from Metal Gear Solid 5. Because you
Metal
could
Gear
have
Solid
a rocket
5.
fist in that one.
Well, yeah, but Metal Gear Solid 5 took that from like every old mecha Japanese anime that had the flying robot hands.
All right. Well, I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, no, it's
Thank you for that information.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
You're a font of knowledge.
You fucking weep. Oh god. There's that. Then there's like one that basically turns you into like the insect glaive user from Monster Hunter. It just propels you around, and you can also like use it to like force push people out of your way.
Can they not come up with any of their own ideas?
Well, it's owned by Capcom. So Capcom made.
So it is their own idea.
And it looks almost exactly like the fucking insect glaive hop thing. It's like even like the same sound effect and almost like same propeller animation.
Like, we need something for like a gymnastics thing, and the Monster Hunter team was like, "We got you, dog.
Just copy and paste. It's fine." They don't
just
even
load it
notice
from our GitHub. It's all good.
Why is Nero still like pretend throwing around a giant staff? I don't understand. Oh, we need to edit that out. Oh god, they're gonna know. Nice try, Capcom. I already caught you, motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers.
I caught them, but that's cool.
What do you mean you caught? What?
I brought it up.
All right. Okay. All right. And the game that I was playing on my phone in between rounds of Apex Legends is a game called Another Eden, which I've seen like advertised on other mobile games and whatnot.
Right.
But you never get them or click on them because it's usually like, all right, yeah, it's a classic RPG, except for you have like 5 energies, and you can only use an energy to walk, talk, breathe, or fight. So if you walk up to a fight and you breathe, you use all your energy.
75 years to get another energy, or you could pay 99 cents and get another. You could breathe right now
if you wanted to. If you want, pay for breathing. But so I never got it, and then I heard about it on the podcast. Like, oh no, it's actually a good game. It's apparently. I had the link up.
I think it's made by the same director that made Chrono Trigger.
It's made by it's a collaboration between the composer and writer for the Chrono Trigger games and some other game. I can't remember what it's called. Hold
Chrono
on.
Cross.
No, the whole Chrono series, Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross, but there was another one.
Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah, no, Xenogears, but close.
Oh, Xenogears!
Xenogears.
We need to play that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I had like that's a side story. Don't worry about that.
I was about to say, like, I play a little bit of Xenogears, and that's a long game, I think, a very long game. But anyways, no, it's actually really cool. It's like an actual like RPG game, and the only gacha system that they have is basically you can unlock additional heroes to fight with you, which they give you like a free currency to get one anyways, and then there's like it's like those weird Japanese mobile games where it has like the idol collection. Like you collect like you don't even like actually play a game. You just kind of collect people.
Oh yeah.
It has that system in it where it's like, okay, we have like the Princess Power Pack now. So if you buy one of these things, you can unlock a Princess Fighter. We also have like the system of the Season of the Fall, where you can unlock
have
like
the system of the down.
The system of the down. You can get Chop Suey the fighter. All that fun stuff. But that's like the only gacha system, which is not bad at all, and it's actually like a pretty cool game. And it's free. So
yeah, I have it downloaded. I played like the first little bit of it.
Oh shit.
I don't know. I just can't play games on mobile. It's very hard.
Yeah.
It's very difficult for me.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'd rather be surfing the internet or on Reddit or something than watching a TV show and playing a game on my phone.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here. I usually have a hard time getting into it, but no, I just kind of do it between Apex Legends and also like if I'm going to bed at night, I'm like, well, if I read through Reddit today already, I'm not going to see anything new. So 5 more minutes of this game. Let's go. Yeah. But that is it for me. What have you two been up to?
So games we played. I mean, obviously, let's go over all the ones that we played together. The one, Mutant Year Zero on Tuesday, Wednesday, and last Sunday for Into the Veil.
We had like a kind of a twofer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not worth it at all.
The game is slowly becoming
chore. The game.
Yeah.
Turns me into an asshole.
I will say.
Could you not hit your mic, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me, Mr. Like.
I haven't been doing it lately.
It's true. You guys have been very good. It's okay. I'm proud of you boys.
I will say the concept of Mutant Year Zero, like the idea of moving around and having the stealth system and how you're in an area and then you start the fights kind of, I wouldn't say organically, but dynamically, right? Like when you want to, is like the thing that this game brings to the table, right? Like this is like that's the whole gimmick, right? It's like, oh, it's like XCOM, but you have this stealth system and you can choose when you want to have your battle and choose who you fight and not have like the entire time you're on the level be a turn and have that moment where you killed everyone, but now you have to make it to the next part where people are and move everybody step by step over and over and over again, like in XCOM sometimes. But everything else in the game is like, did you look at it?
Did you play this game?
Like the balancing is weird, and they give you choices and then limit them in a weird way.
Yeah.
You get all these abilities, but you can only have like one of each type.
Yeah. And you can't change them out in fights.
Yeah, you can't change them out in fights.
Yeah, do it before fights. Yeah.
Like, especially with all these motherfuckers calling in people.
Yeah.
Like. You can't adapt to the situation. You're like, this is the situation, all right? And if it changes, I'm fucked.
Yeah. And what's crazy is like...
Save scum.
Yeah.
Yep. That's all it is. Save scum the game.
Originally, when we fought the first shaman, I thought that calling other people, right? Which the shaman, that is something that they do that's unique. They call like new people, right? That otherwise wouldn't be on the map.
Yeah, a boatload of them.
I thought that was something that like unique to them. But the maps feel like they're not big enough to support the system that they have for when you shoot somebody or when somebody's alerted to not just have everybody on the whole map join every battle you're in anyways, right? Like we haven't had more than like one or two interactions where we shot a gun and not everybody wasn't fucking like eventually coming in across the whole map. Like still, it takes them 4 turns to get to us, but they heard that gunshot or someone on their side yelled out and like, oh, sick. They have like, they can hear across a freaking field. And so it kind of makes the whole stealth system, walking around and choosing your fights thing, basically you have to murk people.
Yeah, you have
silently.
a few options that have the same fight over and over again.
Yeah.
And
all right, run behind this tree. All right, let's bust on this one dude, and then hope that it doesn't go sideways, and then repeat. Literally repeat.
I think the problem is like it started off with like it seemed to like show itself off as a game that's like XCOM, but it's open adventure, and you can do stealth stuff.
Right.
But it just turns into you have to do stealth stuff if you want to survive a single fucking fight in
a single fight.
Level. Yeah.
Yeah.
We spent like 45 minutes that last area we were in just going around picking people off because it takes like 5 to maybe about right around 5 minutes per person because you have to go through the turns. You have to like hog rush. Okay, shoot them with those silent weapons. And then Barman just hangs out there staring at them as they're getting shot at. And it's just like...
Because he's a loud boy.
Yeah. It's just like... It was a cool concept, but now it's like, okay, well, no, you have to do this because...
Yeah, when every fight is like that.
Because there's a giant 10, 20-foot mech in the backyard. There's a tank guy on the other side of the backyard. And if you start this fight, you're going to deal with those guys, some psychic cult leader, and like 30 other guys. So we have to go deal with the 30 other guys just so we have a fucking chance.
One by one.
One by one.
Yep. It's not like it's not. There's no quick and easy way to do it. It's not like streamlined in any shape or form. It's just like you gotta save scum and you gotta murk everybody. You just kind of gotta like okay. And the games aren't fun when you have to like quote unquote cheat the system.
Right.
Right.
It's more fun like if it's like an option. It's like okay, you could do this. I mean, you could also do.
I
this.
got a bad roll or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like because if we do that in XCOM every once in a while, they're like, Spencer died. He's like a main character. We can't have him die.
Yeah.
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 Resave it. Reload it.
Right.
But the amount of shit the amount of save scum you have to do in XCOM compared to Mutant Year Zero. Just in what we've played,
it's like times
and
100.
Literally in all the years that we played XCOM,
we felt bad for saving at the beginning of a fight.
Yeah, we've done it so many little times. We've done it less in our whole XCOM career than we've done it in a single fight. In Mutant Year Zero, because you have to.
Yeah.
You just have to. You don't know.
Yeah, and like it's crazy that even like reading like articles and stuff like that, people talking about it, they talk about how it's basically a requirement to save scum. Like it's like they designed the game around the idea of save scumming. That's what it feels like.
Instead of like the actual things that they promised or they showed off.
Right, and what makes it worse on top of everything else is the economy system is
the upgrades are level 2. It does 1 more damage.
Yeah. Everything is very just like linear and shallow, and you can tell that they I don't know what they were thinking because I think from a game design standpoint, I can see exactly how it went. They came up with a list of weapons, and they probably based it off the weapons that were in the original game because I think it was a tabletop game. And then they either couldn't come up with or ran out of time or whatever, and they just had this list of like 8 weapons, and they're like, okay, we need to make these stretch the whole game. So we'll make everything ridiculously expensive and give people a small amount of money so that they'll feel more rewarded when they finally unlock them because we have such a small pool to unlock things from, like to buy things. Because we haven't seen a new weapon in like 3 hours.
Not in the last 2 playthroughs.
Since the Rambino, basically.
And then there's like 15 Rambinos out of nowhere, which is not handy at all. It's just a good... decent assault rifle, semi-assault rifle,
and assault rifle. I think it's the only assault rifle in the game now that I think about it.
Yeah,
it's like there's no other variations. There's no other guns. If they just had more types of choices, they could have made everything cheaper, but they don't. So they have like this small list of things you can choose from. So they have to make it expensive. Otherwise, you can just buy everything at the beginning, and then that would be it. And so like, when you go to the shop, you have such a small. It only updated once. That I know of.
Yeah, it's updated once, and then we went there, and it's like, we sell mollies now.
Yeah. It was the EMP grenades.
Yeah,
that's all it was. They just added the EMP grenade.
Oh yeah, it's like it's huge. We got a big old update. Oh no, okay, never mind. JK.
but
I mean,
I'll be glad when that game's
still playing
fucking over.
It still has a little bit of charm.
I think we might be able to get to it the next playthrough because it looks like Spear of Heaven's like the 1, 2, 3 6. It's like 6 away from the last area, seems to be. So
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was
So-
telling Matt too. Is like when I was reading some stuff about it, the guy made it sound like once you get to a certain point, you're basically just at the end all of a sudden. Like
Gotcha.
That's what
not-
I was reading as well.
Yeah, like
When it first released, that it just ends.
yeah. So I do think that we're getting close to the end part of the game, which makes me think that we're playing the whole game to find Hammond, and that's the game. Find Hammond, and then like you probably meet up with him, and maybe he joins your team. Maybe something happens to him. and
Oh,
then-
who's going to give us that sweet exposition?
right.
no.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, this isn't a review of the game, but I wanted to talk a little bit about it since our views have slowly kind of grown in
Disdain.
disdain
Yeah.
of the game. It's unfortunate because the idea is good and the
yeah.
setting is fun. There hasn't been a post-apocalyptic game that has had the whole like mutant animal thing in a long time. I think it used to be popular in tabletop and role-playing games in like the 90s. Like there's all the TMNT. There was a role-playing game for that and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you're like, oh, that's cool. But unfortunately, I feel like maybe if there's a second one, they might improve it. But moving on, other games we played this week.
Finished our Civ 5 campaign.
Yeah, finished the Civ 5 campaign. We actually finished it multiple times. We had the first win. I think
It was a science victory.
yeah, D accidentally built the last thing, and it just won. So we decided to continue because we wanted to kill everyone. And then we killed. Did we kill everyone?
Yeah, I pretty much I killed everybody.
Right. Well, I came in at the last bit and took out a city or two, but mostly it was because I just didn't have the units to do it. Like I just didn't have the economy. Like I think by the end, everybody could build almost anything in 1 or 2 turns, but it was whether or not you had the
I had
economy
an
to
XCOM
support
squad, and I had a
it.
giant death
There's
robot.
XCOM squads in the game
Oh, nice.
because it's the same company, right? That makes them. So you can actually tech into having an XCOM squad and then drop them in on places, and they can jump 40 spaces from friendly territory. So you can just drop them
Jesus.
in like they're literally coming in on the fucking lander. It's great.
They do come in on the lander.
Oh, yeah, that actually does show the lander. I forgot. Yeah. Yeah, like, oh, that's cool. That's nifty.
I like it.
On Tuesday, we played The Forest, and that's actually us coming back to a game we used to play all the time just casually with Coulter and D. And we played a bunch of like variations of the early access and like the early versions of the game before it was stable. And so it's kind of cool to finally play the game and see it in its final form, and it's still a lot of fun. I think
Still
it's-
pretty much the same.
Yeah, it's still the same, but with like just some added features, and it definitely feels more stable when it comes to having everybody's experience be kind of synced. Because before you had this weird thing where everybody had their own like progression separate from each other, and then you'd have one person who maybe went with the group to find something, but because they didn't pick up an item, would be left behind on like events and stuff like that.
Yeah, like story events.
And so like it seems to have fixed that a little bit. But yeah, it's still a fun game. It's probably the most fun survival multiplayer game, like Rust and stuff like that. That I've played. Like I don't know, I just really dig the whole thing. But
I've
that
seen
was fun.
bits and pieces of it, but it looks pretty cool. I just never, I can't get into survival games anymore. I think I got burned down with the whole Rust and fucking what other games that came out with that time. It's like
Yeah, pretty
okay.
much all of them.
H1Z1. Yeah, that's right.
I think the main reason why we're playing it now is just because we ended up playing it around that time when it was just coming out, and so now we just have nostalgia with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
have like
I see
that
that.
weird built-in PvP bullshit like
Yeah.
Rust and H1Z1.
Yeah, it's like
It's more story-based. And you're just like, it's like kind of like Minecraft without.
I was gonna say, yeah, it feels
It's more like Minecraft than it is like Rust or.
right. Yeah, because you
Gotcha.
don't play it on a server with a bunch of people. You have your group of people, and then you're in a world together, and it's just you versus the environment,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
which I think helps. And then we also played. Matt started playing Dead Space again the other night
Oh,
Yeah.
off stream, and that game's still good. And we're having fun, kind of looking up to see like what the best weapons are and like what some cool like combinations of things, and just. It's crazy because like when you first play it, you don't think about all this stuff. But now since it's been out for years and years, people have like set like tier lists of
and
the
stuff like
weapons
that,
and
yeah.
like all the usability.
Yeah, and I don't get scared at all. So I just play it straight, and like something scary will happen, and I'll like.
Matt's stone-faced.
I just stare down the necromorph's throat. I don't scream.
The tentacle got you every time.
Oh, you're lying. I see.
Yeah,
there were plenty of times where I got scared.
Yeah, I think the 2 or it might be 3 times, I don't remember, times where like a tentacle comes out of a wall and grabs you and you have to shoot a little bulbous orb on it to let it let you go, like without fail. Rah!
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a
great.
scary game. It's fucking like
It is really scary. Yeah.
remember like the difference between the demo and like the actual game. The demo ends with like just like you opening up a door, one of the necromorphs stabs you, and then like it just slowly over the course like a minute like chops off your limbs, and then eventually it chops off your head. It's like, oh fuck, what the no, don't stop it. I'm still no, don't.
Yeah, I think Matt's died twice, maybe
2 times.
Yeah, and one of them was to one of the creatures that it's supposed to like spread the virus to people's bodies. It's that one that looks kind of like a weird bat manatee.
Yeah, it looks kind of like what's the thing in StarCraft 2? Zerg. Mutalisk.
Mutalisk. Yeah, a little bit like a mutalisk. It has wings. But it's like connected to its whole body. Like
that
a
one
flying
killed
stingray.
me.
Yeah, and it got him. And the ending animation was so long. It was like just chowing down on your body.
And then I got crushed by a meteor.
And yeah, and really that was just because you're like, I wonder if this actually kills me in one hit or if I can survive.
Kills you in one hit.
Yeah, it does. We'll figure it out. It blows your body apart. So,
Mystery solved.
yeah,
But yeah, I've been playing Dead Space. I like that. It's fun.
Yeah, it's-
Probably
it's
gonna play
a
it
fun
after
game.
the stream.
yeah.
I've been jonesing.
And then what else?
Dude,
did we
I've been
play?
playing fucking Hades.
Oh, Hades.
Oh,
Right?
Dude,
yeah.
that game is so good. It's so good. I made it to the final boss, I think, of the early access. I'm not sure if it is because they might have added another one since then, but I made it to the boss. I died to it. But it's one of the only roguelikes that I feel like I just like I can do one more run. I hardly ever feel like that
Especially anymore. Like
anymore. Yeah.
After so many have come out, like Matt and I still have our, was it 2014, our list of top 5 roguelikes? And like I haven't played a roguelike since. And I remember being like moderately excited about those. And so many have come out since then. And yeah, it's like, I think the last roguelike that I played, besides maybe Darkest Dungeon, which is kind of like a roguelike, what's it called? The one where you're like a hero and it's like each time you die, it's like an ancestor that takes your place.
Rogue Legacy.
Rogue Legacy.
That
Yeah.
one was pretty good. And I
Yeah,
think
that
that
was
was
a
one
good
of the last ones. That and maybe Risk of Rain.
Spelunky.
Yeah. But like it's been such a long time since one that seems so good has come out.
Yeah.
And what's cool is I think NoClip is doing an entire documentary series about the development of it. So if anybody's interested, you should check that out. It's, the first episode came out like a month ago, and it's pretty good. They go over like the release and how potential issues and all that. But
yeah, I highly recommend it. It's very fun.
yeah. And then I think that's it besides Smash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we had like a pretty good. I think Matt, you had a like a really good weekend for Smash just in general.
Yeah, I was playing really good.
Yeah, like in Ultimate, you were kicking my ass, and in Melee today, like the second half of the day.
Really, after I switched to Falco.
Yeah.
I had one game of Fox, and we went kind of 50-50. And then 3 more episodes of Falco, and then I dumpstered Spencer.
Yeah, I was not having a good time.
Literally dared him into the dumpster.
Yeah, and
Whoa.
so I mean, I rallied a little bit towards the end, but like, yeah, man, I was just getting rocked. Like I don't know. Sometimes I get into a mode where it's just like, how is this happening? And then I came to the realization that I just need to stop caring so much and then just play and have fun. And oh, look, now I'm not dying all the fucking time. But it's a constant journey.
Smash, it's a journey.
Yeah. But even like yesterday, you were totally beating me. It was still fun. And I think Ultimate's becoming a little bit more fun as we play it, which is good. Although we didn't play online.
I think LAN, it's fun.
Yeah.
Online,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know.
I don't want to play it online.
I think we
I know.
mentioned
Because we were
last-
playing, I played with Fitzcake on Friday after my Hades stream. And like, it's fine. Like, it's
Barely.
kind of fun to do. No, I'm talking about like to play online. Like, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
But you just feel so fucking like nerfed. You're just like, I'm gonna do this move, and it's like, nah, you're not. You're not gonna do anything. You're gonna get hit.
It removes the ability to play in the moment.
Yeah. And apparently they have a 30 frame buffer.
It's 30 frames.
It's 30 frame
That's half
buffer.
a second.
Jesus. I was about to say that it's like one of those things where you have to either play online all the time or play LAN because the difference is huge. Because I can't warm up on the bot anymore because I always like whiff my timings with the Irish or the little high and whip. I'm like, oh, fuck, oh 5 times in a row. Okay, I just don't know how to do it. And then once I switched online, I got my timing fucked up again because I got used to the LAN. It's like, oh,
yeah,
never practice.
Mango's talking about that on his stream. That the difference between like is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, night and day.
But which is why, and like I think I'm reiterating what we said last time. I feel like in the future, if Matt and I are going to be playing online, I'd prefer to play like if you're streaming at the same time, we stream with you and play with you in like a lobby, because at least it's still enjoyable because we're hanging out. But if it's just like, I don't know how you do it, but like for so long,
Yeah. It's not easy. It's not easy being me, but I'm the one that bears the cross for my Twitch sins. So
right. Well, you have hella.
You just get so many views. You get so many views because everybody wants to watch them kick butt.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
You're getting like 14, 15 people when I was with you.
Yeah, it's like this works.
I also ran through a bunch of people as well.
Nice.
Yeah, you were kicking butt.
No, Lucina, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I should have kept Lucina. I switched to Zelda because there was another Zelda that was not very good at all.
So you wanted to.
And then I was like, I wanted to show my Zelda dick.
And you got bopped.
I didn't get bopped. I took him to. It was like last hit, last dog.
Nice.
But I had to try way harder than I usually do. Way harder.
Yo, yesterday I keep trying to
80% my full strength.
Yeah, I keep trying to convince Matt, but like yesterday, Matt like totally destroyed me with his Zelda. Your Zelda was like magical. Yeah,
that's new. I don't think she has any magical abilities.
She does.
Anyways, let's go on to the first story.
So yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like I think this is probably the earliest we've gone on the stories in a while.
Yay!
I didn't even feel like we were rushed. So first thing today, we're gonna talk about Apex Legends. There's a ton of news involving Apex Legends. Fiskake, why don't you start us off? I don't know what article you want to start with first, but
I've only seen Apex. I haven't actually played Apex, but I probably won't.
Yeah, if you don't like Battle Royale, you're not gonna. I mean, it's just nah. We're gonna start off with the rumors because people have been data mining the new Apex Legends data, and
nice.
Go figure. Yeah. What do you mine if you're data mining? So basically, in this corner of like, no duh, it was bound to happen eventually. They're planning to introduce single and duo squads according to the information they found on data mining the game, where there's literally like one that's like there's a line that says solo mode, and there's like another line that says like something if 2 people are together, blah blah blah, or something like that. And on top of that, some people have found, let's see, I think what we're saying a bit, yeah, people have been data mining some more, and they have been seeing that they may be looking into introducing 6, 12, and even 24-man squads, which makes sense since Fortnite has like the 50 versus 50 mode. So of course they're going to try to tap into
How is here that people hate that? Like no one plays it because it's bad.
Yeah, I mean,
and then when they announced that for Fortnite, this little tangent, we're like, that makes so much sense. Yeah. That just seems like what people should do. Well, 50v50, that sounds like fun, and everybody who's actually played it is like, this sucks.
Which is crazy because apparently it's still a popular mode. So I don't know if
Fortnite has 14.3 trillion people playing it, all under the age of 12. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's gonna like with a high enough player base, you're gonna find people with their own specific niches, anyways.
Right. I wonder. So the 24-person squads, it just says 24-person squad because like obviously it's data mined, so we don't have all the information. But do you think it's 24v24 or is it multiple teams of 24 versus each other?
I think it's multiple teams of 24.
I was about to say because it's like 3-person to a squad, and you get like 50 squads. It's I can't remember like the max.
It's 99 people.
Is it 99 people?
It's 3 divided by 33 squads.
33 squads.
Okay, then 33 squads.
Can I just do math?
You did.
You did.
man.
Was
Don't
it
do
right?
it.
Yeah, it was correct.
Three times
Oh,
three
I'm
times three
so
is 99.
smart.
Doesn't
You
happen
did
very
it.
often, but when it
You
does,
multiplied. You
I
multiplied.
divided.
Oh well. Oh, sorry. See, I'm not very good with math. I'm the dummy.
yeah, that'll be interesting. So,
You could do it multiplication though. I just did it.
so I guess with 24 person squads, you could do 4 teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Whatever. As much as they can get squeezed in there. So, I mean, I kind of figured like the solo and duo modes were going to come eventually, but I didn't even think about like having all these extra modes. So,
Yo,
I think they're doing the 24 literally for streamers
yeah,
to get
Oh,
subs in
definitely.
and stuff like that.
that's a good idea. Yeah. And what's crazy is if you do 4 24-person squads, I think that comes out to 96 people, and you can have one squad of just 3 people, and you could just be like, us versus the world.
I imagine they won't have those 3 people, but I mean,
No, I know,
maybe,
but yeah,
maybe.
it'd be kind of epic.
Could
Like,
queue against 24, like a 3-piece team could queue against the 24 people.
yeah, that'd be crazy.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Just, be able to
just
kill
for the
everybody.
Zane.
Shroud, Ninja, other person, I guess. I don't know.
Dr.
Those are the 2
Disrespect.
that I know. Someone from Team Liquid.
right?
There you
Yeah.
go. But so yeah, that's pretty cool. They're gonna have that maybe. I mean, for sure, the solo and duo mode for sure. But speculation also says there might be more.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see here. Apex.
they've
Oh, go ahead.
no, I was just going to mention the amount of players they've had. They've surpassed 25 million players in a week.
2.5.
No, they've surpassed
wait.
25 million total players, but they've 2.5 concurrent players at once.
Hold on.
Wait, yeah, they hit 2.5
This is
million
very
players,
confusing.
and nearly 600,000 concurrent on its first day. I think that's where you're getting the 2.5 million from.
Yeah. Okay. So it's
Yeah.
just this. It's very weird. It's like the same number but with a dot in it. It's like what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah, so
Oh,
in the
God.
first day they hit 2.5 million players and 600,000 concurrent, and then by the end of a week they had 25 million players and well over 2 million concurrent at its peak. And apparently they broke Fortnite's previous single day amount of players record.
Just
also-
the views.
Twitch viewing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It had
so
more
they had, like-
views than Fortnite in its first week or some shit.
Yeah. Ooh,
Than
8.4
Fortnite's
million
first week.
hours viewed streaming. That's the 4th highest in 5 years. That's crazy.
Yeah, so that game you've heard about that everybody else is talking about, surprisingly, is doing very good.
Yeah.
But it's just
Well,
it's just very interesting to see like it
Yeah.
go so far up already. It's like, oh, yeah, this is proof of the product, I guess.
Right.
While fucking Black Ops is dying.
Yeah.
Oh, Black Ops is dead after it has to be dead after this. This
Yeah.
is like Black Ops, but a billion times better, and it's free.
Right. Yeah, that's the big thing. I think the big thing is
Yeah.
that it's free for sure.
Well, a lot
Yeah.
of people are saying like Treyarch literally just up and abandoned Black Ops 4 so far.
Wow.
Like
Yeah,
they're like,
I
we're
wouldn't
gonna give them like they're gonna release content and stuff like that, and they haven't been doing it. Just like a bunch of weird shit.
No.
Wow, that's nuts. Was there anything else specific for Apex that think
No,
that's
just it's coming up there, and be careful. It's gonna be probably. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, the real question is, does it have staying power like Fortnite apparently has had?
I think
Like, is it a
has a
bubble?
good possibility.
Yeah.
I think so, 'cause
Depends
it's-
on how they do it.
Yeah, I think it does because it's Fortnite has this like specific like building and niche, or it's free and it's on every platform. I think once
Yeah.
Apex gets to like a lot more platforms, because right now it's just on the consoles and PC, right? Like PS4, Xbox, and PC.
Mm-hmm.
So once they get to like Switch and phone, I don't know if they'll get to phones, but maybe at least Switch. But I don't
Who
know.
the fuck are these people playing BRs on their phone?
Apparently, a ton of people.
Kids.
I know it's just weird. I don't know.
Yeah, actually,
No, it's
like,
weird.
yeah, based on, I have a couple of coworkers who have like 8 and 9 year olds, and they talk about how they play games a lot, and most of the time they're playing games on like their tablets and phones.
Yeah.
Like I have one coworker who bought her kid a phone just so he could play games on it, because he kept wanting to play games on her phone. So she's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'll just get you your own video game phone, basically. And now he calls her all the time at work. It's hilarious. He called 30 times in one day one time. She's like, honey, you need to stop calling me when I'm at work.
Yeah. Fucking put down the phone or you're not gonna have it.
No, you can't watch Netflix.
Tablets are like the new TVs for kids. They just you throw them at the kid. The kid will take care of themselves for hours. All my nephews and nieces have tablets and fucking not phones I can call, but like it's just like old phones for my sisters or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, you can have it. No, you can't call anybody. I mean, you can just play games or something. I'm like, okay. Right. Down the corner.
That's all they do.
Yep, that's all. Just hanging out in the corner.
Doesn't anybody raise their own kids anymore? Yeah. Speaking from someone who doesn't have any, I really feel like I have a good opinion on this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Please continue.
I actually had an interesting conversation.
I also don't think stay-at-home mom is that hard. I'm just saying. I'm just going to say.
Links to Bill Burr's video about it.
I'm a stay-at-home dog dad. And you know what? That's really wrestling my dreams.
As a stay-at-home dog dad, that offends me.
Me and my Facebook group are going to have a conversation about this, okay?
Ooh, I'm not invited to the cookout.
You're not. Not anymore, you piece of shit.
All right. So Activision Blizzard, there's a couple of things for them. The first one, let's talk about the big one after this initial one. There's one, what is it? It's just Activision specific. Where is it at?
Is the one where they laid off a bunch of people?
No.
Are you talking about the what Activision said about the Destiny 2 thing?
Yeah. So I think we talked about this last time, didn't we? That Destiny 2
and Blizzard or Activision split.
Yeah, that Bungie took their IP and went, and they've since Activision themselves have since made some comments about it. I still can't find that goddamn article. And basically, do you have it pulled up, dude? Because I don't have it.
I have pulled up. Yeah, I got. Don't worry, I got pulled up. It's fine. Sorry. Basically, they were Activision Blizzard was doing their quarterly earnings thing, talking to their shareholders and shit. And at the Q&A session, somebody asked Activision COO Cody Johnson for more information about why they parted ways with Bungie and the Destiny franchise. And according to Johnson, the decision came down to 3 reasons. First, as you know, we didn't own the underlying Destiny IP, Johnson said, and we do for all our other major franchises, which we think is not just a differentiator, holy shit, for us in the industry, but also controlling the underlying IP gives us the chance to move into the new experiences, make money, and new engagement models make money, which also comes with the new revenue streams make money, and of course, structurally higher economics make money when you own the IP. Now, the make money thing is my thing, in case you couldn't tell.
Motherfucking money.
Yeah. And that leads to probably the second factor in our decision process, which is making money. No, this Destiny is highly critically acclaimed, high-quality content, but was not meeting our financial expectations. The third reason, Johnson said, was the Activision's scarcest resources, developer talent, and Bungie was tying up some of that talent, which now, under the arrangement we've reached, will be freed up after a short transition period. So basically, obviously, they weren't making enough money. That's pretty much the TLDR of that.
Not that I'm defending them, but they are a business, and all these motherfuckers on Reddit are like, why are they trying to make money? My dude, this is a business. You're trying to make money right now. You're probably at work.
The real question is, how many of the people are going to stay or plan to stay with Activision Blizzard instead of moving over with Bungie when they
only
split?
The people, because they didn't merge. They were like in a contract partnership.
Yeah.
So Bungie's still independent.
Right.
Well, not anymore. They signed on with Tencent, which is that Chinese company that pretty much owns everything now, I guess.
That's crazy. We can definitely say they have more than 10 cents.
But yeah, so all the people that they hired, like they're Bungie employees. They're not Activision employees.
I was playing off the fact that he had said that there was some talent that was.
Well, yeah, they're probably like, hey, you guys got some free artists we can use for the crunch time.
Yeah. So I wonder how many of those artists were like, all right, we're going to stay with Activision Blizzard. And then this next article talking about how 800 people were laid off, if they were part of those 800 people or not.
Well, I'm just saying, because those if they loaned them developers or whatever, they're on loan. They still work for Activision. It's not like they get to choose, like, okay, who do you like more, me or your dad.
Right. Yeah. No, yeah.
This is just the way that
you're
you're talking about it. It was stupid.
I was just trying to set up for
So
my joke.
I have to explain
I was just
everything.
literally setting up for a joke, though.
Okay, cool. It's
Anyways,
funny.
12 months
of
here.
record-setting
Ha
financial
ha ha
performance.
ha ha.
12 months of record-setting financial performance plus 800 people laid off equals one terrible week, this article says on Polygon. Basically, says here, developer Blizzard Entertainment, Candy Crush maker, King Digital, Major League Gaming, and more did not have a bad year. In fact, it achieved record results in 2018. Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby, is it Kotick?
Kotick.
Yeah, said during the investor call, Activision made $7.5 billion in sales and $1.8 billion in profit last year. But in the eyes of management, the success wasn't enough to keep the entire company employed. The record results, 800 employees out of work. Those facts are more than just a recipe for cognitive dissonance. They create cerebral friction that could spark a forest fire, and it may have done just that. The layoffs have fueled a conversation around game unionization and executive pay. Basically, as the call went on, it seemed that executives were largely remorseless, with the exception of the Blizzard president, J. Allen Brack, who expressed regret at the layoffs. And social media became a hotbed of anger as Activision Blizzard employees came out of meetings that signaled the end of their work, steady pay, health insurance, and stability.
I mean, I saw some of their tweets. A lot of those people were heartbroken.
Oh yeah,
And that sucks.
When you work there for so long, I mean, and then like you're having a good time, well, or if like you believe in your work and whatnot, and then
The
it's
hero
like
of the storm team, they're all looking at each other. They're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part too. Is but part of this is that they're not making enough money according to whatever, and even though they've gotten rid of Bungie, they've gotten rid of Heroes of the Storm esports stuff, and like apparently according to the report, they have like no plans on making any new IPs this year or anything.
Yeah, that's Blizzard.
Yeah, so they're just kind of like wondering like where the money is going to come from.
To Bobby Kotick.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, because there's a whole thing about apparently. Well, yeah, we were talking about this beforehand, but basically, it says here, Bobby Kotick has become the villain in this story. Kotick drew a $1.75 million salary plus another $26 million or so in stock and other equity awards in 2017. Dennis Durkin, who recently returned to the CFO role and was also put in charge of emerging business, it puts that in quotes, figuring out where the company will make its money, was given a $3.75 million cash bonus and another $11.3 million in as yet unearned performance-based equity. The disparity between the bottom line executive compensation and what the 800 people laid off were making is staggering. And so I think it's a combination of that, which you hear about that all the time in bigger companies, the executives at the top raking in the dough, all that, there's that whole story. But then on top of that, I think something that a lot of just, Joe Schmo people who might be reading this, they also had a ton of investors that gave them money with the idea that they were going to be getting that money back.
Plus
Whatever,
extra,
agreed upon, I don't remember the term for it now. It just left my mind. Interest. And so, unfortunately, it makes sense that they might have gotten into because I mean how many Blizzard games have come out recently? But
it's Activision.
But also
Blizzard.
Activision, right?
Black Ops made a boatload.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
apparently they received more investment than they could make money to replace.
Well, I mean, that's not necessarily true. We don't know that. That's conjecture.
True. That is
Objection.
Yeah, okay. Objection.
I'm just saying.
I guess that's a possibility.
I don't think that
on
is
top
what
of
happened.
the executive problem.
But
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's
I mean,
crazy.
Jim Sterling had a tweet about it where he was like, it's a cycle. Literally,
Yeah.
this happens every year.
Oh yeah,
Every
It's
few
not
years, they cycle all the developers, and you saw everybody coming out of the woodwork to look like the good guy. Other developers are like, we'll hire you, and then we'll probably fire you in 2 years, a year,
yeah.
to literally just cycle.
Oh, this actually has a thing about that. It says one of Activision Blizzard's problems is that the company is terrible at handling rebuilding years without firing people. And it says
Yeah.
when Bungie and Activision divorced, employees that had been working in public relations, communications, customer care, and other support services for Destiny 2 suddenly lacked a game to support.
Yeah. And then it's like part of it, like once they kind of came together to begin with, they had to like lay off people too because some people were working the same job, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's just,
Why couldn't they have just restructured instead of having to lay people off is, I guess, some people,
Motherfucking money.
yeah,
They're playing
money.
ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even like a bad. It's not like it's kind of like what Matt's been saying. It's not even like a video game company problem. It's just a big business douchebaggery is what's going on, and people kind of forget that is the problem.
Yeah,
And I didn't really realize until we started like reading this today. I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? They're just big business douchebags. That's all.
Yeah, well, I think the big thing that kind of makes it feel like they're douchebags, like I guess the biggest thing is the fact that they're, which is why people are talking about the whole unionization thing, which is becoming a bigger and bigger topic for video game developers, is the lack of notice. You just lay people off, and now they just go from having a job and security to nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's the big thing, which is really unfortunate. But yeah, so that sucks.
Yeah.
More and more game companies that I really love are shit in the bed.
I mean, like, but Blizzard, has Blizzard been good
Not in years,
in
unfortunately.
the last 10 years?
I mean, since they came out with the second
Literally until
expansion of StarCraft 2.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody hated the expansion of StarCraft 2
that's what
as
I'm
well.
saying. Yeah. So last major story of the day, Nintendo Direct. So I didn't watch any of this, so you guys will have to take this one. Oh,
Okay.
drop my phone.
Are you watching too, Matt?
I did.
Nice. I guess we can go down the list on the website here. Do you have that up?
I have it
Cool.
up. As you can see,
So-
our camera is red. I can see your camera is red.
I don't know
Same
what you're
page.
talking about. I'm just blushing.
So cute.
Kawaii.
Right off the get-go, I'm kind of confused by the Dragon Quest 11 thing. Is it?
Yeah, that was unclear as to, is it a definitive edition or is it a stripped down version?
Well, it says.
Well, it's
on
not
the
that.
website,
I'm
the
more
definitive
confused.
version.
I'm more confused if it's like if you can upgrade to it or you just have to buy that outright is what I'm more confused about.
Well, this because Dragon Quest 11 didn't come out on Switch. It came out
This
on
is
everything
not-
else, but this is
thought-
their release for Switch.
Oh, well, never mind. I thought it came out on Switch.
It did not.
Oh, well, never mind. Well, that confused. Well, the answer to my questions. Never mind.
Oh,
Looks
also,
cool.
this company or Square Enix was like, "Yeah, we don't know if we're gonna port the definitive stuff to the people who bought it on other places." They're like, "We'll see."
Which is like, come on, you know.
It sold a ton,
Yeah,
and it
it's a
sold
good-
like 500,000 copies on Steam or some shit.
Yeah, it's like.
Way more than estimated.
No, we don't feel like it.
And they're like, "I don't know."
It's probably something like discussed before, like already planned ahead of time, and they're like, "Oh fuck, we did really good. Oh, how do we? Oh god, how do we go back and fix this? Oh Jesus." But okay, well, the answer is that my question because for some reason I thought it was on Switch, but I thought wrong. Fire Emblem looks pretty
Emblem?
cool.
Yeah, that looks sick.
Yeah,
It's kind of like a weird, like, I don't know,
it's
You're gonna
kind
Yeah,
of
more than that.
Persona-y.
it's like a
kind
tactical.
of.
Yeah, it's kind of like a tactical game with the whenever you get into fights, it has like the Persona, like I guess style where like, oh shit, you're doing cool stuff. And
No, I
also,
meant like
you have-
the conversation.
I was
like
about
the,
to
the
say
slice
that.
of life stuff. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right. And then like all that like building relationships and whatnot with 3 factions and 3 cool anime people to hang out with. Who's going to be your bro for life? Who are you going to marry? Who's going to die on the battlefield for you?
Mm-hmm.
Can
Fire.
you pick one faction person to be your bro and one faction to marry, and then you're the three
One
houses are under
faction
one
or
house?
one faction to fuck.
Faction kill. Marry, fuck kill.
Yeah. Marry, fuck, kill the factions. Can we do that?
Goddamn.
I don't know, but you play as a teacher, which I thought was crazy. They're like, yeah, you're the teacher. You're not some unknown like weirdo.
Yeah, that's a pretty unique way to like perspective to play through a game like that. That's cool.
Yeah, you become a teacher after you realize you have some secret ability, which clearly looks like a time thing in one of the shots where like you have an axe in your back and then time goes backwards. I'm not a genius, but I just pick up on these little small details with this level 5,000 IQ brain here.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure it's a
Yo,
time
the main
thing.
characters look sick as hell though.
Oh yeah,
The male and female. I hope they're in Smash. That's something we don't have enough of. Is
are you sure?
Fire Emblem characters in Smash.
Wait a minute. Now you're gonna say we don't have enough Pokemon characters in there too.
Super Mario Maker 2 got announced.
Oh yeah, like that was the very first thing they showed. Not even like an
Yeah.
introduction. It was like, hey, Super Mario Maker 2 apparently not having slopes in Super Mario Maker 1 was a big deal, which I didn't
So
get
they
that
made
until-
it's like 40% of the trailer is slopes.
What,
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't have slopes. They're not wrong, and that's
Yeah.
going to add a whole other level to stuff sliding around.
Well, it looks pretty cool. I think they're adding the. Well, I guess they're not adding anything new, but well, they added new stuff. Never mind. Basically, it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks like the sequel.
It looks
Yeah.
like a. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, shut up.
Ooh, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order.
I don't know how I feel about it because it looked
Yeah,
terrible. They showed
looked
it off.
awful.
Yeah, I was like excited for a new Marvel Ultimate Alliance because I loved the second one.
Yeah,
But this
yeah,
looks
it was
pretty
good.
bad.
Yeah, this one doesn't look that good.
There's like 3 or 4 games in here that they showed off that was going like at 15 frames a second. It's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait to play this visual novel of Marvel Ultimate Alliance. It's gonna be great.
It's so nutty to me because like Breath of the Wild and like Super Mario Odyssey,
Beautiful games, yeah.
and what the freaking other game, that RPG that we played,
That we. Oh, you're talking about
Octopath.
Octopath Traveler.
Those games are gorgeous.
Yeah.
Stunning
All
visually.
different, all done in different styles, and they're all look amazing.
Yeah. Mario and Rabbids looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
The games that they showed, some of them look like dog shit.
Now tell me
Yeah.
that. So is it just the way the game looks, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, or is it also like just the game in general doesn't?
It doesn't look like
The way they showed it off makes it look like it was like a mobile game you can get on your
Yeah.
phone.
Oh
Is the-
no!
Yeah.
It looks like Jump Force.
Well, hold on. Let's not get crazy.
Not that like, yeah, but it like it's same like they're kind of blocky.
Yeah.
Everything's kind of stiff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true. Yeah.
Oh god, I just get the feeling that they just took everything that was kind of like not as much fun about Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 that you could kind of look past a little bit because it's an older game, and then just kept it, and then the graphics and.
Well, the crazy thing is Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, at least in my head, looks better than it did than Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 because Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 like had some gorgeous graphics for its time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I had to compare the
for type of
footage,
game.
but I imagine it might be a little bit better. But speaking of blocky and box stuff, there's Box Boy and Box Girl announced for the Switch.
Yeah,
It's a puzzle game.
that's like the second time they've shown it. Like it was in their big E3 presentation as well.
Oh, really? I mean,
Yeah, I'm just like,
What the fuck
are
is this?
there a lot of people really hyped for this game? Because it
apparently.
looks like it's a game.
Yeah. I
Kinda
mean,
like
it's just
Thomas
like,
is alone.
But the Newgrounds version, because that's what the art style makes me think of.
Yeah.
Like some kind of weird Newgrounds puzzle game.
yeah. And so it's a thing. And there was a vague announcement, or not even announcement. It's just hey, there's a spring update for Smash.
They literally had to put this in here or people would riot.
Oh yeah, that'd have something. And then you got to see Joker's back for 5 seconds with like the in-game model.
Well, I think they teased that he's going to be released in April.
Oh yeah, I think that's what they're hinting at, or he's coming with a spring update or whatever. Nobody gives a shit about Captain Toad, Treasure Tracker, but if you do, there's co-op, free DLC, and paid DLC.
Yay.
Bloodstain, which is basically by the same director who made a bunch of the older Castlevania games, is
The good
coming
ones.
out. Yeah, the
Yeah.
good ones.
The picture that they have with that, just like the text color, it just makes it look real bad though. It's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
it's not a good thumbnail, but this is actually like one of the better videos for games they showed off. Like it was actually like crisp and clean and all that fun stuff, and it was going at a decent frame rate, so that's pretty cool. That's just a Marvel by itself, but it looks to be like a Castlevania game with like 3D, like it's 2D, 3D, so it's like 3D
2.5D?
graphics. Yeah, it's like 3D graphics, but in like a 2D plane.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And you have like multiple powers and shit, which per usual of Castlevania games. So that's pretty cool.
What the
Bunch
fuck?
of who gives a
Dragon Quest
shit.
Builders too?
Yeah.
God, that looks bad.
Tsum Tsum.
Sim who gives a shit.
Yeah.
Also, is Starlink just becoming the next
The next
Star Fox game?
Star Fox games, because they're like, everybody's here. They show
Yeah.
all the Star Fox characters. You got Wolf, you got Pepe the Frog, you got Phil's
Pepe the
Badman, you got Falco, yeah, Phil's Goodman. Like they're all there.
The whole team.
The whole team's there.
like how like originally started was like, yeah, it's a cool spaceship battle game, but you get a toy that you can customize to make customize your spaceship. And then it's like, oh, we're also add Star Fox in as DLC, like at the E3 from last year or whatever.
Yeah.
And now it's like the whole crew's here. Welcome to Star Wolf Link, or Star Fox Link, the game.
Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah,
That's crazy. They just kind of hijacked it.
Pretty much, but I'm sure like Starlink people are like, oh, go ahead, Nintendo. Here, yeah, I'll take your money. Don't mind. Yeah, thank you. I
We'll be the
appreciate it.
Skylanders of Star Fox. It's cool. It's cool.
I don't give a fuck.
Well, it's Ubisoft, right? It's Ubisoft. That's Starlink is their game.
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, I'm probably
Sure.
right.
Maybe. We're not gonna
Ruin
fact check
Factory 4,
it. I don't. Yeah, I don't.
and
Whatever.
then Ruin Factory 5 got announced right afterwards, and people lost their minds.
Yeah, I didn't even heard about Rune Factory until right now.
It is literally it's Harvest Moon,
but
Dungeon
but
crawling.
it's like the
More anime.
it's the no Harvest Moon's very anime.
oh, Harvest Moon. I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
it's like Stardew anime.
Yeah.
With the more
There you
focus
go.
on combat. And then they showed it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I fucking
'Cause I also
hate
look-
this. It made me so mad. A little girl or whatever is like picking up a bunch of fucking, I don't know, onions. I was mad. All right. I was like, fuck it. This
So
looks
then you
like
got-
dog shit. And they're like, it's a 3DS port. I'm like, all right, that makes sense.
Yeah. And then you got super excited for Rune Factory 5, which was the awaited sequel that we've all been waiting for.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Well,
Long time.
actually, I mean, like literally people have though. You know,
Oh yeah, no,
it's crazy.
It's
That
a
game
joke,
exists,
man.
And I've never
Christ.
even like thought the words.
I know, but you guys say it so like non-joking. I'm like, I want people to know
That's-
that we're all joking.
That's a
We get your
joke,
sarcasm,
man.
dude. If we don't get your
God.
sarcasm, why are we on a podcast?
Yeah. If you don't understand our sarcasm, then get the fuck off this podcast. Don't listen to this show anymore. It's not for you, you fucking sarcasm casuals. Okay.
Sarcasuals.
Oh, there we go.
Casuals.
Oh god, we made a new name.
Oh,
Well,
that's
you
so
did it, Matt.
unique.
You did. You actually did something cool. Now you can actually brag about it for real
What
this
the
time.
Now you have a real reason
Why?
to brag.
Yeah, that's actually what I meant to say. Now you have a real reason to brag about stuff. There we go. Sorry, that did kind of come off pretty shit. Now
Well,
you're
you
kind
actually
of cool
did
for once in
something.
your fucking life, bro. Way to
Fucking
go.
nerd.
Like, wait till you come over next Sunday.
Yeah,
we
see
play
me-
Smash. See me on LAN.
Matt's just practicing Smash for like 12 hours a day just to whip me.
I don't have
I guess
to.
let's speed through the rest of this because it's already 4.
Yeah. So
Tetris-
the
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's the Oninaki.
Yeah, Ononaki.
I'm not even sure what that was. Yeah, I don't even remember it. That's how much
It's
of a...
from the same people who made those kind of Setsuni. I Am Setsuni, and some other game. They're kind of like low budget JRPGs that people are like they're pretty okay. They
They're
could
neat.
be better. So this is their next game.
Oh, okay.
And then there's another one I want to talk about. The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. They're redoing.
Oh, yeah. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, a lot of people were pissed off. They're like, the art looks bad. I'm like, I don't know. I thought that looked really
I
cool.
think some people were
It's very
upset about the
stylized.
updated Wind Waker art too. It's like, get over it.
Yeah. It's like what else were they going to do? Give like a whole Breath of the Wild treatment to like a single tiny island? No, you're going to have to do something else.
Yeah,
'Cause
fucking get over it.
Yeah.
and then Astral Chain.
looks cool. It's just very... I don't know. Like it
I had
seemed
no
like...
idea what the fuck it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. They got a pet. The dude looks like he has a dog. I'm into
looks
it.
kind of cool.
And then
I was kinda
Platinum
like-
Games at the end, I was like, this is sick.
I was about to say, I was kind of like meh the entire time. Like, this is very anime. I don't know if I can handle it, even for my standards. And then it's like, it's played by Platinum Games. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
guess
I can handle
will.
it.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, well,
Handling it.
Sounds good. And then apparently Tetris 99 is just like fucking popping off. Like people
Oh, yeah.
playing it.
Everybody's loving it. I need to play it. Just check it out. But yeah, free Tetris game. Battle Royale. You 99 others drop down.
Yeah, then you have to. We're dropping C dot and not Tetris. Let's go.
We're dropping T-Spin.
God.
We're dropping T-spin. It's funny. All right. Do you want to do our question of the day?
Sure. Did you guys pick one or what?
I didn't pick.
I didn't even
I picked
see
up
one.
I feel like
okay.
did your parents nag you about playing too many video games might be good?
Oh yeah, I got some
Okay, let's
stories.
just do it.
Yeah, that's mainly because of Matt. So we can go with that one. So did your parents nag you about playing too much video games? I think the extent of my because my parents also enjoyed video games, like all of them. For those of you who don't know, I grew up in a split household. So my dad, so I had like multiple sets of parents, and they all played games. But I did get the classic, can you find a save point? Get her done. We need to eat type scenario. And I even did the classic. Oh well, I haven't. I need to get to a save point first, even though the game allows you to save wherever you are. Thing because my parents hadn't figured that out just quite yet. But I think that's the extent. It just the regular everyday. Hey, we got to go do something. Save your game. Nagging. Yeah. So I didn't have anything super crazy. What about you?
My mom kind of nagged me a little bit, but only because that's literally all I did would come home, play video games, do schoolwork, all that shit. I got to the point like she was like, well, why don't you just go outside more often? I'm like, why would I go outside more often when I could just play video games? She's like, well, what's so bad about the outside? I'm like, oh, I know. I go on the street, I get ran over. Fucking like some stranger tries to kidnap me or something, blah, blah, blah. And then she retorts back with, well, those things can also happen to you when you're inside as well. I'm like, yeah, technically, but very less likely than if I were to go out into the street. We live in a small town, so it wasn't like likely that I would get ran over.
You just like logic battled your mom?
Apparently, yeah. And then like it just like
some Phoenix Wright shit.
She just pulled like, I'm your mom though. I'm like, okay. So I just go outside with like a Game Boy or something and hang out on the front steps. I didn't go anywhere. I was just like, okay.
Yeah,
whatever.
actually, yeah. You just reminded me of. I think the only other thing that used to happen to me all the time is when I was in like 6th and 5th grade and I played a lot of Game Boy. I would stay up underneath my covers and play my Game Boy, and my mom would like, no. But like, are you playing your game?
No.
And like it was the older one where I still had to have some light to see the screen because I didn't have one of those like fancy schmancy light things that came with it until like way later on. And so it was hard to hide the fact that I was playing the game.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What about
you, Matt?
Oh, well, I didn't get any kind of a game system till I was 10. And it was a Game Boy Color. I could play 1 hour a day.
Oh, Jesus.
And if I did anything wrong, it would get taken away for weeks.
Wow.
One time I had it taken away for 6 months.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Who'd you kill?
My parents are old school.
Oh.
Well, my mom hated it. Didn't want me to have any kind of games, and I had to stay outside a lot.
Yeah.
We live in fucking Arizona. Shit was hot.
Right.
So they were old school. And then my first console ever was a PlayStation 2. So I literally had like zero game at all, like any kind of playing games, unless it was at a friend's house. But we moved all the time, so I didn't have any friends. So I had very little, and it would get taken away all the time because I was kind of a smart ass.
You should tell your story about how you got WoW.
Oh, so I bought WoW when it was like it first came out.
Yeah, it had to have been like maybe
it was like probably
just after the first expansion or just before the first expansion.
I had no friends. That's fucking depressing. I mean,
I had kind of a similar situation, not nearly as specific, but I moved around a lot too until I got into like junior high. I didn't live in one single place for more than a year, But yeah, I mean,
Yeah. But yeah, I had WoW, and I didn't realize that you had to have a subscription to play it. And I get home and whatever, and I had an allowance for like $30 a week or some shit. This is after like I was like 14 or 15.
Yeah.
And I tried to convince my dad to I had a debit card too. So I was like, I'll just sign up, and then it takes it out of a debit card. And my dad's like, nah. So I didn't talk to him for like 2 days. I gave him the silent treatment.
Nice.
Like a woman.
Or a kid. I mean,
Or a kid.
Yeah.
And he caved before I did.
Nice.
So I was able to play WoW for like a while, not long. Like I said, I never was super into it. So I got to like level 40.
Even then, though, didn't you have to like sign like a contract?
No, I had to sign a contract to even have the computer in the house.
Oh, that's what that was. Okay.
It was like a general, I'm not going to do a bunch of weird shit on the computer.
Did you have your lawyer present?
No, but it's framed
I think it's
in my
still in your
house.
dad's house.
Yeah, it's framed.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you can probably sue your dad for breach of contract or something. Hey, Dad, this is my lawyer. I brought him back. We're going to sue you for damages.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, all sorts of stories where I got all sorts of shit taken away.
Mm-hmm. I have weird, mom story. Like, basically, my mom didn't want me to play mature video games, but literally, if I was at my aunt's house, cousin's house, or any friend's house, they're like, oh, yeah, I don't give a shit. Go ahead. If I can play Grand Theft Auto, if I can play Resident Evil, I don't give a shit. And it just got to the point, she's like, I just found out everybody's letting you play mature video games, so I guess you can play mature video games. It wasn't like even really a win. It was just like, I'm like, this is the only place you can't play it, so whatever. Go ahead and play it here. It doesn't matter. I'm like, gotcha.
You know what's crazy is I have a very similar thing. My mom would not let me play any scary games, right? She didn't want me to play, which is hilarious because my mom loves horror movies. She's always loved horror movies. But until I was like, I don't know, like 12 or 13, she didn't want me watching any horror movies or playing any scary games. And I was getting away just like you were at first. And then she found out that my cousins wanted to play Silent Hill. And then she's like, no, don't let him play that game. So I wasn't allowed to watch them play Silent Hill. Until of course, eventually, the parents were around, and I was like, I'm watching anyways, but I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna let my mom tell me what to do. I'm not even at her house right now.
Gotcha, Mom.
And then the only other time that I had anything crazy happen was my stepmom took away my PS2 because it was the way they had the entertainment center set up. There wasn't a place for it in the entertainment center, so it was like on the floor in front of it. And she got mad because she almost stepped on it once and took it away because I was supposed to be putting it away all the time. And so what I did, I don't remember if you were involved in this or not, but I just like stole it back.
Nice.
And just played it on like a different TV. And she was real pissed. But, she's the stepmom. What's she going to do?
Step on me? That's
You're also like 16 at the time or so?
Yeah, I was like 16. I was fucking pissed. I'm 16, all right?
Yeah, I'm an adult-ish.
And what's crazy is she told me like once about it. And then like the very next time, she just, no, it's going to go in my closet now. You're not going to have it for weeks. I'm like, we're not even going to have a conversation about this? Why are you flipping out?
Fizzcake logic battles his mom.
Yeah. What's up with that?
And it still didn't do anything, but it's whatever.
Yeah, I attempted.
Yeah, I tried.
Yo, dude, if like I could not logic battle my mom because that was contradicting her, back talking.
Oh yeah.
So as soon as that happened, boom.
Well, it's the tone that's very important because my mom was like that too. Mine was more like, well, the reason why I don't go outside is because of blah, this and this and this. But if you're like, I ain't going outside. This is fucking full of pedophiles and stuff. Then she's like, well, you can't say pedophile, so now you're grounded for 3 years. I'm like, fuck. I learned very young.
She got you on technicality.
I learned very young to be very, very precise with my words and how I said them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I had to navigate some waters.
My mom worked full time and our babysitter didn't give a shit about anything. So my mom would basically just be like, don't die, and as she rolled out the door for work. Well, nice.
Yeah. I mean, and you know what? You're here.
Yeah, you're still alive. So.
It worked.
Yeah.
The mad lad.
So I guess we're going to go ahead and move on to what we're doing, what our information is. Fizzcake, why don't you tell people about what you got going on in your little world?
You can find me on the old twitch.tv/Fistcake, where I stream video games from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. PST, Tuesday through Friday. Oh, it's the joke we were talking about before. Well, it's not a joke. It's okay. I might be going crazy, but I had edited out your fucking vaping stuff, so you can't give me shit about it.
No, I was because we were talking about how we do it like after, during this part of the
but
the
we don't
show.
have it readily available.
Yeah.
Anyways, continue.
Yeah, it was just supposed to be a quick bit.
No, it's not. Sorry, I ruined it. God damn it. My bad.
You're grounded.
Fuck no, Mom.
Don't take my
do
Game
it.
Boy.
No. 2 p.m., 6 p.m. PST, Tuesday through Friday. Thursdays are longer days because I play with Butternut before and Rogue Rage Gaming after, so it's like an 11 to like 9 day, I think, ish usually. So if you want to check out variety stuff, check out that on Thursdays. Me and Kelly from Super Hopped Up, I think, are playing the game on Tuesday. I'm not for sure what. Hopefully it's not more Apex Legends because I get it. I suck at it, so I'd rather just do it in my free time. So not everybody knows I suck at it. Also on YouTube, more Resident Evil 2, more JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the 7th Stand User, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Twitch VODs are going up Monday through Friday at noon.
Sick.
So you can check it out, more of my stuff, since you goddamn hungry wolves want more. The content's never enough. And sometimes I tweet mildly hot takes, usually like room temperature takes at the Fist Cake. But that is it for me. Where can people find you two?
Hashtag Zach ruins everything. That's right, sure.
Yeah, it's true.
So for Neanderthal Gaming TV specific information, you can catch us on YouTube and on Twitch at the same handle, Neanderthal Gaming TV. We stream just about every day, usually Smash on the weekends, and then we do Into the Veil with Fist Cake. Of course, we're doing Mutant Year Zero at the moment. And yeah, we tend to stream with Rogue Rage Gaming 1 or 2 times a week in the afternoons, and then Smash on the weekends is in the mornings. You can catch us on Twitter at NeanderthalGTV, and that's where you can find information about what we're doing, and very similar to what Fiskcake just said. Matt's room temperature medium takes / GIF replies. Galore. So if you're interested in that, you can check that out. As far as Content Complete specific information goes, any updated information here, because I still need to update this for the Twitter. Is it still Comcast?
Twitter is still Comcast. I'm going to try to talk to them Monday again. Okay. I don't know what I can do different though, because I basically I did the exact same thing that most people do. Is like, hey, this person isn't active. They haven't had tweets in forever, or actually ever in their entire account, and they reply back with, "No, they're active." I'm like, "No, if it's not, how is it active?" Whatever. So I'll keep trying, but nothing's new there.
Okay, so for the time being, it's still at Comcast. And the real reason is just because Comcast makes it sound like we're Comcast, or we're making a hot take about Comcast.
Yeah.
But
we're like fire fraud.
Right. Yeah. we're trying to see if we can get it to be Content Complete, but you can also send us ideas and suggestions to contentcompletecast@gmail.com. The podcast goes live at 3 p.m. Pacific time on Sundays. All episodes are available on YouTube, and the audio-only version is available on your favorite podcasting app, and both are released on Mondays. So we stream it on Sunday, and the very next day it is available for your eyes and ears, wherever you need to experience our beautiful content. Any last words or information?
I don't think so.
I'm good.
Okie dokie. Well, thanks everyone so much for watching, for chilling, for hanging out, and for listening, and we'll see everyone next time. Peace.
Bye.